SummerSlam is over. Daniel Bryan is getting ready to take the WWE back to school. Meanwhile, somewhere on Long Island, Matt Striker is claiming gimmick infringement. Let's lock up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Headlock'd. My name is Noah Waterman. This is the show where we take everything you loved about the past week in wrestling, berate it like a fat fan at ringside, and try to piece together what's next. What a week. I got goosebumps just thinking about it. For those who didn't catch this past SummerSlam or the following night on Raw, it is safe to say that we are entering a new era of the WWE. Things are changing for the better, and personally, I have not been this excited for a storyline since the summer of Punk. Now granted, that was about 2 years ago, but it feels like a long time. Just ask Zack Ryder. Now let's start things off with where the story began at the end of SummerSlam. Daniel Bryan and John Cena had a fun match. That was a potential Match of the Year candidate. There was some interference, and in the end, when Daniel Bryan won, Randy Orton cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase. Now, where have I heard that before? Oh yes! Now I predict this match will be fun. What else? I predict this match will be a Match of the Year candidate. Go on. I predict that Triple H will come out to try to interfere. That's how I remember saying it. Tell me more, last week's Noah. If Bryan wins the belt at SummerSlam, Randy is taking it from him. Most likely that night. Oh, really? Now granted, I'm not the only one to have guessed this was going to happen, but that's not a testament to bad storytelling or bad writing. Quite the opposite. Whether we knew it or not, we were begging for things to play out this way. WWE needed this to happen, and they're finally getting ready to take the plunge. Take John Cena. He has been the face of the company for much of the last decade and will be taking up to 6 months away from the WWE to recover from surgery. Now, John Cena is legitimately hurt and his surgery is very real. But I'm not convinced that this long of an absence is purely for medical reasons. John Cena was fired once, and they couldn't do one episode without him showing up on TV. So couple that with his mutant healing factor, and we have to believe that WWE is allowing Cena some time away so that they can prepare for life after his retirement. So, how do you groom tomorrow's hero? By giving him a great villain. Or 2. Or in this case, like 8. Let us start with the new crown jewel of the Better for Business Bureau, Randy Orton, who needed this. Ever since his face turn at WrestleMania 26, it's been a slow and steady decline into meh. Taking what is rightfully Bryan's puts Randy Orton in the role he was born to play, the smug, slimy villain. Literally, with that smirk and all that baby oil, he truly is the smug, slimy villain. And then, of course, there is Triple H. The man has been put into the role that everyone in the internet wrestling community, not named Nick Bond, has been trying to pigeonhole him into since he married Stephanie McMahon, and it is fantastic. The pompous self-righteousness, the unnecessary bearing, and the immature teasing that we all associate with him, whether deserved or not, is now actually being associated with him, turning him into the bad guy we all believe, and more importantly, want him to be. Hades and Ares are joined by Zeus, whoever Zeus's most self-entitled daughter is, and the Hounds of Justice, creating an absolute monster faction. Granted, not the faction I was asking for, but I'll take it. And as a side note, with all those rumors of Randy Orton being behind the Shield when they first debuted, and how hard I prayed for that not to happen, I'm a little annoyed they're about to pull it off. This puts Daniel Bryan in the Steve Austin position. One man versus the corporation. And it's sink or swim time for Daniel. His storyline is mimicking his career, because just as it is Daniel Bryan's final test to win the WWE Championship, it is Bryan Danielson's final test to see if he can become the #1 guy for the WWE. If things go well, then Daniel Bryan could very well become one of those wrestlers that is often referred to as a future Hall of Famer. If not, well, John Cena will be back to move things forward, and Daniel Bryan will still be a part of the WWE main event scene. It's a very smart move by the company, as Daniel has done well enough to warrant a test run, but WWE is not at the point of no return with their #1 star. So, where do we go from here? Well, I suspect that Daniel Bryan will face Randy Orton for the WWE title rematch at Night of Champions, but that's an easy one. Let's really flesh this out. Right now we've got the Shield playing Condor security to Brad Maddox's Wink Vavasour. And it looks like we're setting up for the Shield versus Team Holy Shit, those guys are huge for the tag titles. I predict that somewhere down the line, someone gets kicked out of the Shield for losing one too many times. Smart money is on Seth Rollins being the most likely babyface option of the three. So the new corporation begins abusing their power left and right until the steam whistle hits, and out comes the new union with Daniel Bryan as Mick Foley, Mark Henry as Ken Shamrock, Seth Rollins as Test, and Big Show as... Oh crap, who's the other one? Lastly, and most importantly, Daniel Bryan will win the title. Not a Night of Champions, and not until after facing Triple H at some point between now and WrestleMania, but he will win it. Because he's the champion the WWE deserves, but not the one it needs right now. So we'll watch him. Because he can take it. Because he's not our champion. He's a loud guardian. An ass-kicking protector. A bearded knight. So there you have it. Another week's episode in the bag. Do you think I'm too busy reminiscing about the past to accurately look forward into the future? Then let me have it in the comments below. Also, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the home of Headlock'd, JuiceMakeSugar.com, the revolutionary force in smart mark entertainment. You've been watching Headlock'd. My name is Noah Waterman. Until next time, don't try this at home. Here.
Zayn looking forward again. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Are you kidding me? Whoa!